After 31-17 in Game 3, your numbers don't reflect, the standard you've been able to perform in this series. But how do you feel walking away from Game 4, knowing that you had the block on Ja at the end of the fourth quarter, and then were able to make plays in overtime?
I feel really good. And I'm all about getting wins, no matter how I do it, how we do it. Things not gonna always be perfect. Sometimes you got to win ugly. Sometimes you don't play well, but still try to leave your imprint on the game. And that's what I try to do tonight on the defensive end. Had some good looks, missed them, but still try to do the little things to help the team win.
One of the things that you guys obviously won a title together, you and LeBron, but one of the things you guys didn't get to experience was the emotion of big wins and big plays and big moments here. What was it like to kind of see him hit that? I guess he called it maybe like a game-sealing layup, and both of you guys just huge roars. Can you just kind of describe the emotions of that moment?
Man, it's fun. This is fun. Going to overtime. We didn't play well as a unit. Obviously, they had some guys who made shots. And then going to overtime and able to get a victory. Get the game-winning, game-sealing layup by him, the and one. And it's the energy of the crowd. Our fans have been phenomenal. So we kind of just feed off of them. And like you said, we didn't get that opportunity when we were on our playoff run in the bubble. You do it, but it's like you're doing it to no one, or the fans that was on the screen. But to have it here, sellout crowd, 20,000, it's unbelievable.
Mark?
Hey, Dee, how's your hip holding up overall right now? And what were the things you're trying to do to fight through all that through the course of the game?
Just wanted to play. It's been bothering me probably like a week and a half now. But there's no way I was coming out. Just try to give whatever I could to the team. I'll be fine though. We do what we're supposed to do Wednesday. Then I get a couple days to kind of let it calm down and get back to normal. But take care of it tonight, tomorrow, and get ready for Wednesday's game.
Yeah, AD, in the bubble, you guys closed out 3 series in Game 5. Obviously a little different there. They would have been on your home court, but they weren't. In this case, it's in Memphis. Just wondered your sense of a closeout game against this type of team and how significant the chance to get the chance at it after tonight's victory.
Yeah, it's a desperate team, and they play desperate. They play with a lot of energy, a lot of effort, make plays. That environment is very hostile. They support their team very well. We know that we can win there. We've done it. Closeout games are always the toughest, especially when you're on the road. So our mindset, our attention to detail has to be ultra locked in. We can't go in and have a slow starter or mess around with the game, because then we'd be coming back here for a Game 6. So, we did what we were supposed to do at home. Was able to still win in Memphis, Game 1. So now, we're going to come in with a defensive mindset, and taking it one possession at a time.
Melissa?
Hey, Dee. During your guys' championship run in 2020, you struggled with being your own worst critic when you weren't playing up to what you considered your standard. Tonight, when the game wasn't going your way, you kept fighting through that and had a couple of huge plays down the line. How have you grown in that sense, just in terms of your mentality?
I'm still my own worst critic, man. I'm very hard on myself. You always want to play well, but things don't go that way, and I've kind of, embedded that in my mind that, you're not always going to play perfect, you're not always going to make a shot or make shots, but you can always control the little things you do, energy, effort, rebounding, blocking shots, defending, things like that. So setting screens so guys can get open. And when that, goes away, then, that's when you kind of don't leave your imprint on the game. So even though I wasn't making shots, I still wanted to leave my imprint and do the little things, the intangibles, that don't really show up on the stat sheet. But I just keep fighting. I just keep playing no matter what, knowing that at any moment, you can make a shot. At any moment, you can make a play that changes the way the game is going and help the team win. So that's been my mindset just how I've been playing.
Johan.
AD, you guys held Ja to 19 points on 8 of 24 shooting. Obviously, less points than he scored in the fourth quarter alone last game. What adjustments did you feel like you guys made that kind of worked tonight in terms of limiting him?
I think last game he just got going. When you get going, you see the ball go through the basket. Confidence gets bigger. The rim gets bigger. He had 6 threes last night, the other night. So I think our guards did a good job of being into the ball. Just making it tough for him, pressuring him. Putting him in action on the defensive end where he's not, just on the defensive end relaxing. He's getting hit, he's in the action, which take away your legs a little bit, especially when you had the ball, that much like you do. So it was really on the guards, Dennis, Vando, Austin, them guys just being physical with them and making it tough for them all night.
Time for 2 more for remaining. The gentleman in the back.
Hey, D. Jaren Jackson is one of the few guys who kind of brings some of the similar physical attributes and skills that you do to the floor. What's it been like playing in this series against a guy who kind of does some of the similar things to you?
We haven't really guarded each other that much this series. But yeah, he's able to, space the floor with his shooting ability. He put the ball on the ground. His post-ups, elite shot blocker, one defensive player of the year. So he brings a lot to their team. He's definitely a threat anytime he's on the floor, and so it's been fun. Obviously right now, the opponent is the enemy, and don't want to give him too much credit, but anytime he steps on the floor from all 3 levels, he's a threat.
Thanks, AD.